Welcome to our channel. Today, we're bringing you an exciting look at HD Old Coins 51, a collection of fascinating, historic coins that showcase incredible artistry and craftsmanship. Each coin has a unique story, connecting us to a bygone era and preserving the rich heritage of the past. Whether you're a passionate collector or just curious about these rare treasures, this video will take you on a journey through history. Let's explore the beauty, value, and significance of these remarkable coins. Top 1. The year 1965 was a turning point in U.S. coinage history. The country was facing a serious silver shortage, and the government had to make a decision that would alter the course of American coins forever. The 1965 Washington quarter became the first in the series to be struck without silver, marking the beginning of the clad era. But beyond its metallic composition, this coin holds an incredible story that collectors and enthusiasts find fascinating to this day. In the early 1960s, the rising value of silver caused widespread hoarding of coins. People realized that the silver in their pocket change was worth more than its face value, leading to a severe shortage of circulating dimes, quarters, and half dollars. This crisis forced the U.S. Mint to take action. In 1965, Congress passed the Coinage Act, removing silver from dimes and quarters entirely and reducing the silver content in half dollars. As a result, the 1965 quarter was struck with a clad composition of copper and nickel, rather than the traditional 90% silver alloy. The design of the 1965 quarter remained unchanged from the original 1932 Washington quarter. The obverse features the left-facing portrait of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan. The word Liberty is inscribed above his head, while the date 1965 is placed just below his chin. The motto "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left. The reverse of the coin showcases a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch. The inscriptions "United States of America" and "E Pluribus Unum" adorn the upper half, while "quarter dollar" is written along the bottom. Unlike previous quarters, the 1965 issue had no mint mark, as all coins were struck in Philadelphia. The Denver and San Francisco mints did not produce quarters that year, further adding to the uniqueness of this transition period. The U.S. Mint was determined to prevent any silver-clad confusion, which is why no mint marks appeared on quarters between 1965 and 1967. The 1965 quarter was struck in massive quantities to counteract the coin shortage. Over 1.8 billion pieces were minted, making it one of the most common quarters of its time. However, despite its large mintage, certain varieties and conditions can make it a highly desirable collector's item today. One of the most sought-after varieties is the 1965 quarter struck on a silver planchet by mistake. These rare errors occurred when leftover silver blanks from 1964 were accidentally used. Collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars for these coins in high-grade condition. When evaluating a 1965 quarter's value, factors such as condition, errors, and grading come into play. Circulated examples are typically worth face value, but uncirculated or high-grade specimens can fetch premium prices. Quarters graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services can sell for over $100, depending on eye appeal and luster. Meanwhile, error coins, such as those struck on silver planchets, can command staggering prices at auctions. Collectors also seek out 1965 quarters with full drum lines on the eagle's tail feathers, indicating a strong strike and sharp details. These coins are much rarer and often demand a higher premium. Proof like 1965 quarters, though uncommon, add another layer of intrigue for numismatists hunting for unique pieces. Despite its common circulation, the 1965 quarter carries historical significance that extends beyond its monetary value. It represents a turning point in American coinage, a response to economic pressures, and a testament to the adaptability of the U.S. Mint. For collectors, owning a 1965 quarter is like holding a piece of history, a coin that symbolizes the changing tides of numismatics. Today, many people still come across 1965 quarters in their pocket change, unaware of their unique background. While most are worth only 25 cents, those with sharp details, brilliant uncirculated conditions, or error varieties hold much greater value. It is always worth checking for any anomalies, as you might just have a hidden gem in your possession. For those looking to invest in 1965 quarters, it's important to seek professional grading and authentication to ensure authenticity and quality. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or a beginner collector, the story of the 1965 quarter is one that continues to captivate and inspire. It stands as a reminder of how even the smallest changes in coinage can have a lasting impact on history and collectors alike. Top 2. The year 1967 was a significant period in U.S. coinage history. The country was still grappling with the effects of the silver crisis that began earlier in the decade, leading to continued changes in coin production. The 1967 Washington quarter followed the precedent set by its 1965 counterpart, featuring a copper-nickel clad composition instead of the traditional 90% silver alloy. Despite being a common circulation coin, the 1967 quarter carries an intriguing history that captures the interest of collectors and enthusiasts alike. In the mid-1960s, the rising value of silver led to widespread hoarding of coins, causing severe shortages in circulation. In response, the U.S. Mint removed silver from dimes and quarters entirely through the Coinage Act of 1965. By 1967, quarters were being produced with a clad composition of copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core, ensuring a steady supply of coins for commerce while eliminating the incentive to hoard them for their silver content. The design of the 1967 quarter remained consistent with the original 1932 Washington quarter. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Above his head, the word Liberty is inscribed, while the date 1967 is found below his chin. The motto "In God We Trust" appears to the left. The reverse showcases a powerful bald eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows, and an olive branch. The inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum encircle the top half, while quarter dollar is displayed along the bottom. During this period, the U.S. Mint suspended the use of mint marks on all coins to discourage hoarding and speculation. Therefore, all 1967 quarters lack a mint mark, making it impossible to determine their exact place of production. However, they were minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco facilities. This lack of mint marks distinguishes quarters from this era from those of previous and later years. The U.S. Mint struck a significant number of 1,967 quarters to ensure adequate circulation, producing over 1.5 billion pieces. Although this makes them relatively common, certain varieties and conditions make them desirable among collectors. One of the most valuable errors is the 1967 quarter struck on a silver planchet, which occurred when leftover silver blanks from earlier years were mistakenly used. These rare pieces can command substantial premiums at auctions. When assessing the value of a 1967 quarter, factors such as condition, errors, and grading play a crucial role. Circulated examples typically retain their face value, but uncirculated specimens, or those graded MS 65 and above, can fetch significantly higher prices. Quarters with sharp strikes, lustrous surfaces, and full drum lines on the eagle's tail feathers are especially valuable to collectors. Proof-like examples, though rare, also attract premium bids in the numismatic community. The 1967 quarter is a remarkable artifact of a pivotal era in U.S. coinage. While many still circulate in everyday transactions, their historical importance elevates their significance beyond mere monetary value. Owning a 1967 quarter allows collectors to hold a tangible piece of history that symbolizes the economic shifts and policy changes of the 1960s. Today, these quarters can still be found in pocket change, often overlooked by those unaware of their unique story. While most are worth their face value, high-grade or error specimens hold considerable worth. Checking for anomalies or pristine conditions could uncover a hidden treasure in an ordinary handful of change. For those looking to invest in 1967 quarters, professional grading and authentication are essential to verify authenticity and ensure value. Whether a seasoned numismatist or a novice collector, the story of the 1967 quarter continues to fascinate and inspire, proving that even everyday coins can hold extraordinary significance. Top 3. The year 2011 was an important one in the history of U.S. coinage, particularly with the continuation of the America the Beautiful Quarters program. These quarters featured unique reverse designs representing national parks and sites across the United States. The 2011 quarter dollars were a part of this series, highlighting 5 distinct locations: Gettysburg National Military Park in Pennsylvania, Glacier National Park in Montana, Olympic National Park in Washington, Vicksburg National Military Park in Mississippi, and Chickasaw National Recreation Area in Oklahoma. Each of these coins maintain the standard obverse design featuring the left-facing portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and quarter dollar were placed consistently across all quarters. However, the reverse side varied, showcasing detailed engravings of landscapes and historical sites, masterfully crafted to honor America's heritage and natural beauty. The quarters were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. The Philadelphia and Denver mints produced coins for general circulation, while the San Francisco mint struck proof coins for collectors. Additionally, silver-proof versions were produced, adding a special allure to the series for numismatists seeking high-quality specimens. The 2011 quarters were composed of a copper-nickel-clad alloy, except for the special silver-proof editions, which contained 90% silver. This difference in metal composition impacts the coin's value, with silver proofs commanding higher prices in the collector's market. The mintages varied depending on the design, with some issues being scarcer than others, making certain 2011 quarters more desirable for collectors. Collectors seek 2011 quarters in pristine condition, particularly those graded MS 65 and higher by professional grading services. Coins with sharp details, strong luster, and minimal surface marks are the most valuable. Additionally, error coins, such as those with double dies or misstrikes, can significantly increase a coin's worth, making them highly sought after. The America the Beautiful Quarters program added a refreshing new element to U.S. coinage, making these quarters not just common currency but also small works of art and history. Owning a 2011 quarter means holding a piece of American culture, whether it's a circulated coin from daily transactions or a rare, high-grade specimen preserved for generations. While most circulated 2011 quarters hold face value, uncirculated and proof versions can fetch considerably higher prices, especially in top grades. Collectors who carefully examine their change or invest in certified coins may find hidden gems among these modern quarters, enhancing both their collections and their understanding of America's diverse landmarks. For those new to collecting, researching mintage figures, grading standards, and market trends is crucial for making informed decisions. Whether appreciating the artistic designs, the historical significance, or the investment potential, the 2011 quarter series stands as a remarkable chapter in the story of American numismatics.